comes to dressing your dog for winter activities. Glia and I live in Minnesota where we get plenty of snow, plenty of cold, and there's lots of road salt on the roads, all of which cause irritation for Glia's paws. Now Glia is a short-coated dog, so she doesn't have a lot of fur protection on her paws, making her more sensitive to the temperatures. But even dogs with lots of fur can get stung by the road salt. They can get ice and snow buildup in between their paw pads, all of which are things that dog boots can help protect your dog against. But on the other side, dog boots can be hard to fit on your dogs. They can fall off easily, and there's a lot of change to how your dog walks when they're in dog boots. So Glia and I have worked over the years to try to find a good dog boot that's comfortable, easy for Glia to get around in, doesn't fall off in deep snow, and that looks cute while she's out hiking. And today we're going to talk about one of our two favorite pairs of dog boots, and that is going to be the Muttluks Fleece-lined dog boots. All right, let's get them out and show you how they work. Glia here is laying on our package of Muttluks, so I'm going to pull them out from underneath here and show them to you for the camera. The Muttluks Fleece-lined dog boots comes in packs of 4. And so the pack of 4 is a little bit difficult because for most dogs, their front paws are wider and bigger than their rear paws. We have these measured to fit Glia's front paws, and they are a little bit too big for her back paws. And the problem with them being too large is that they slip off a little bit easier. So we do struggle a little bit with these in deep snow, and I do have to keep an eye on her to make sure that they are on for an entire hike. Luckily, we purchased them in this bright pink color, and so it is a little bit easier for me to see when they slide off her feet. They show up against the snow unless they're buried underneath it, and they show up also against her black hair coat. The Muttluk boots here, they are nice because they have tall cuffs. They are fleece lined. Glia's coming over to look out the other window here. We'll get her back in a second. So they're fleece lined, so they're the warmest pair of dog boots that Glia has. Her other dog boots that we use regularly are dog booties. They're from dogbooties.com. Those ones stay on phenomenally, but they don't have much thickness to them. And so when it's really cold, they're thin. And also if we're hiking in slushy snow, the dogbooties.com boots tend to get a little bit more wet. These Muttluks do a pretty good job of being weatherproof. It's very, very rare that Glia and I will finish a hike and it'll be damp on the inside. It is not waterproof, but these ones are a little bit water resistant, which is really nice. These ones also have a thicker sole on the bottom, so this here is kind of a leather sole. It's still flexible, as you can see, but it adds a little extra protection in case the terrain is a little bit more rocky or sharp or really icy. These ones are pretty durable on the bottom. And then they do have this nice little reflective lining, so if you're walking at night, a little bit of reflectivity too from the lights. And the cinching system on these is really easy to kind of tighten and snug around. That being said, because they have this long cuff area, it is a little bit more of a struggle to get them on Glia. So let's get her back over here and we'll show you how we get these on her. All right, so we've got the dog boots and we've got Glia. Glia here is fairly used to having dog boots put on. She's lived in Minnesota her whole life and she's never had a winter where she could walk the whole winter without having something on her paws for the colder days. But you can already see in her body language, she doesn't love her boots, especially inside the house. Once we're outside, if her feet are cold, she will stop and lift her paw to ask me to put one on. So we do oftentimes wait for her to request a boot, but for today's purpose, we're just going to show you how these go on. All right, Glia. All right, so we're going to start with Glia's front foot here. Make sure that you have the Velcro entirely loosened as much as it will go, and then you just start rolling it over their paw. For Glia, I always have to kind of hold her elbow and work it in, and then she has a dew claw, so I do have to make sure that that dew claw is not catching as I push the dog booty on. And I use her elbow for a little bit of leverage to get it all nice and snugged. And then you do have to secure these pretty tight if you want them to stay on. Watch your dog while they're wearing them. If they do have that dew claw, sometimes that can rub a little bit because that strap goes right over the top of it. And some people do have to use secondary padding or wrapping to protect the dew claw. Okay, so that's a front foot. And then we're going to put one on the back foot here. So apparently she's going to slide around for us a little bit. We'll get another one out. The back one's going a little easier for her because A, her feet are smaller in the back, or her paws are smaller. And then B, there's no dew claw. So she just snugs right into that. Go in as far as it can go. Grab the cinch, strap her up. And that is how they look. Now we're just going to take you in so you can see these on her foot. And you'll see another view with them outside. But there they are on. Best way to get a good measurement of your dog's paw is to have him stand on a piece of paper. Glia, wait. Once they're on that piece of paper, you can come with a pen and mark the front of their paw and the back of their paw. I kind of go all the way around Glia too. All right, now that you've had your dog stand on that piece of paper and you've drawn the dog's paw and looked at the size, it's time to take a ruler and get that measurement. So we're using just a fabric tape measure here, but you could use a regular ruler too. We're going to put the start of it at the back of that paw, the front of it at that front mark that we have. You'll notice that my actual line that I drew in front of her toes is a little bit shorter than the circle. I'm going to trust the line that I made instead. And so you can see that she is here at about 2 3/4. So then I go over to the chart. In this chart, you can find the sizing charts online as well. This is the insert from Glia's Muttluk bag. And so we go over here. This line here is 2 3/4. So she's on the border between a size extra small and a size small. I ended up getting the size small, as you can see in my bag up here, mostly because it was hard to get Glia in and out of the extra small. That extra kind of decreased circumference getting her in, I was struggling with a little bit. In hindsight, I would have gone for the extra small because these do slip off of her back paws a little bit more than I would like. And because those back paws are smaller than her front paws, the back paws are in that extra small category. So this is the recommended approach that Muttluks recommends in order to measure your dog's paws. You can see their recommendations there. And they do say to include the toenails like we did, and that a snug fit is best. If they're too large, you're at higher risk for it slipping off. So there are our tips for measuring your dog for these Muttluks Fleece lined dog boots. And then we're going to show you how they kind of work on the trail. Glia and I have been very happy with these dog boots. They're warm, they stay on relatively well. We think they do a little bit better if we'd gotten a smaller size. And they are definitely our second favorite dog boots on the market, and they're our most favorite dog boots if it's really cold out. So for those days that are really bitter and Glia needs something that truly gives warmth, these are the ones we go for. If it's milder temperatures, 15 degrees or above, we oftentimes go for our thinner dogbooties.com dog boots. Just because those stay on a little bit better. We also choose those if we're going through deeper snow, as these ones tend to fall off a little bit easier, and they get more ice clumps kind of forming along this nice stretchy fabric on top. So warmer weather, deeper snow, we go dogbooties.com. Really cold, icy conditions where the snow isn't that deep and the trails are packed down, these dog boots here, the Muttluks Fleece lined dog boots are our go-to dog boots. All right, I hope this was helpful and that all of you who are out there searching for dog boots find something that works really well for you and your dog. It's really important to protect your dog's paws when they need it. Not all dogs need it in all conditions. But for me and my dog, Glia here, she will lift those paws, and that's a good sign to me that she needs a dog boot put on. And once we put these dog boots on, after she lifts that paw, she is good to go for another several miles. They are well worth the investment. Thanks for watching.